At 0 dark 30, 3:45, and I'm still running late. I got to be in Daytona by 9 o'clock for my appointment to get my 124 kit. Headed to Destination Daytona. You'll see me walking around with a Real Ron TV shirt, which doesn't matter. You'll see what it looks like at the vendors. I'm gonna try to do a full video of that. On my way, running late. I'll check in a few. Okay, Destination Daytona. Here we come. Alright, let's get some gas. Head to the local Wawa. Thanks to the president that you voted for, not me. I'm sure most of you haven't, but I'm gonna pay a shitload of money for gas. Perfect weather right now. Let's hope I don't get caught in any rain. That would suck. I have my rain gear. Actually, I bought a new set of Harley rain gear. But the last set that I got from JP Cycles, it was okay, but somehow still got wet, like in the groin area, which isn't always a pleasant experience. So hopefully this new set will keep me dry, and I want to see how these Baja Design lights do, because there are some gaps in there, and I'm curious to see if water gets in. We'll find out. Like beautiful weather right now. For those of you up north, come on down to Florida. It's waiting. But for some reason, if you want to stay up there, that's on you, brother. I left in 2003 from New York, and I never want to go back unless I have to. The only thing I ever miss from New York is the food. And the food's pretty good down here, so I'm not even complaining about that. Alright, the bagels. I miss the bagels. And you know what else I miss? Scrambled egg on a roll with butter and a vanilla egg cream. So if you're not from like the New York area, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Egg cream, nasty. No, hell no, it's delicious. So let's get some gas and get the hell out of here. Come on, where's this light? Damn it, I actually gotta stop. It's about a 3.5 hour drive. I really can't take the luxury of resting on the way now. I like to take my time when I do long distance. I really can't take the that luxury right now because I'm running late. Should have been on the road by 4:30. It's now like 5 o'clock. I gotta set my timer on my radio. It's military time, and it's almost 7 p.m. according to that. So I gotta reset that. I'll do that later. As you can hear, she's running kind of rich because I put the Bassani pipes on there and it's not the right tune. But since I'm getting the 124 kit, I'll be good to go. Bassani pipes, they run so much hotter than the Reinhardts I had on there. So I gotta wear like calf protection just to make sure that I don't burn my calf. And with this 124, it's going to get worse. Thinking about actually selling this bike and getting a new CVO. What are your thoughts? Welcome to Wawa. Alright, getting off at, I don't know where the hell I am.
Then keep left. Turn left. Then use the left 2 lanes. Stay to the left onto Pineda Causeway.
I don't know if there's a right turn on right here. Anyway, I'm 136 miles in. My knee's starting to bother me. I actually did if you don't know, I'm a cop, so I did a motorcycle safety, what's up, I did the motor school for to become a motor cop, and it's a 2-week long grueling school. I mean, it's really bad, but you learn a lot. End of the first week, just dropped my bike. It just felt kind of weird, and messed my knee up. So the knee was killing me for about a week or two, and it's still not 100%, but I'm taking this ride to Daytona anyway. So my knee's kind of aching, and I'm going to get some gas, and I'm about I don't know, 80 miles, 85 miles away from Daytona. I'm kind of ahead of schedule. But I hate when it says gas off the exit and it's like 2 miles away. So I like when it's right off the exit. They don't tell you till you get off the exit. Anyway, I'm just checking in. Should be there in about a little over an hour after I get my gas. See you in a few. I think he's in here. So I'm gonna dismount. There he is, Speeds Performance, and then I'm gonna do a little video tour of this place. And I'll see you in a few. The first stop is Speeds Performance Plus and Destination Daytona. And I'm going to talk to you, well, let's talk to Jamie and find out what he does here and if you guys need anything.
Hey guys, Jamie with Speeds Performance Plus. We're down here at 2022 Destination Daytona, working Daytona Bike Week. We're a mobile performance shop. We do everything from oil changes to motors, cams, exhausts, air cleaners, tuners, stereos, handlebars, pretty much everything outside of tires and brakes. What we're going to do today is we're building a hot rod motor. We've got a couple cam jobs today, a couple stereos to do, so we're really rocking down here. We're actually full for the event, which is awesome, but check out my website, speedperformanceplus.com. I got my events online. You can always get a hold of me and book an event. Come see us, and we'll make some power for you.
And if you haven't heard of this place, he's an unbelievable rep. He comes down from North Dakota?
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Is there a difference? So it goes down from South Dakota, and he's booked up. People can't even get in. So he does the dyno and everything else. Want to take a look around real quick?
Yeah, we'll walk around and show you the dyno inside here. Latest in here is the dyno, latest and greatest. I built this about 5 years ago. This is where all the magic happens after we do all the work outside on the lifts. We come in here and then we dyno the bikes in and make some serious power and stuff in here. So, and sometimes we're just tuning the bikes too. We don't necessarily always put a motor in or a cam. Sometimes it's just tuning. We do a lot of that too. And I do it for a lot of other companies as well. Some of the companies will sell stuff online and try to do can maps, and then the customers end up coming here and we end up building them custom maps. So it's a real interesting thing that we got going, but we've been doing it since 1998, and I really enjoy it. So then out here, I'll come out here, I'll show you the shop area. Our shop area out here, we got 3 lifts. So, and then I got 3 ticks. Like I said, out here we can do anything from simple oil changes to full-blown motors, like we're going to do on Ron's Block's bike today, cams, pretty much everything except for tires and brakes. we really got into the Rockford stereos and stuff too. So this is where everything gets built and then goes in the dyno to finish it off. And then of course up front I got my sales counter. We sell everything up there. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Alright, this is early Monday morning. That's why there's nobody here yet, but he's booked up solid for the rest of this event. So if you're out here, stop by, get some work done.
Thank you. All right.
baseline of my bike right now.
89 and 100.
89 and 100?
Yeah, 89 horse, 100 pounds of torque.
It's less than when last time I had it here.
What's that?
Last time we did it was 114 torque, 113 torque.
No,
But I changed the.
our before runs, because I don't got all day to sit here and do it, it's like one pull. After everything's done,
yeah,
we're
you get
going
it
for
up
the
there.
horsepower, and we spend a little bit of time and work on temperatures and get everything going, get a pretty grab. So, in fairness, before runs sandbag maybe a little bit, just because we don't got all day to make up for it.
Yeah, that's fine. Works for me. I don't care as long as the end product's good.
Exactly, that's what really counts.
All right.
I'll have to look your channel up.
Here, Pro Action shocks. They do free installation. Have a booth set up here. Let's talk to one of the guys and find out what it's all about. Get the word out. I'm here with DJ at Pro Action Suspension. And so, real quick, for those of us out there that don't know, that have Harleys, that don't know about you guys, what makes you different than Olin's and Progressive and all the other
and everybody
legends,
else out there.
Pretty much everybody else out there. The more well-known guys, I guess you could say,
Yep.
the ones that've been around.
Yep.
Well,
Pro Action has been around since 1977. We have 45 years in the suspension industry. We have 45 years with motocross, supercross, road race, enduro riding. You know, so we've come from a long background of suspension, actually one of the oldest suspension companies in the United States. In 2014, we decided we were going to attack the Harley world. So we built ourselves a shop for Harleys. We did a lot of testing. We brought in service managers from Harley dealerships. We brought in national champions, from race champions. We have, you know, bagger racers, different things to try them out. And we decided if these weren't the very best shocks on the market, we weren't going to bring them out. We have off-road. We don't need this. But it ended up, we brought them out. Everybody that rode them loved them. They decided they were the very best shocks they've ever ridden. We offer 11-inch, 12-inch, and 13-inch for the Harleys. We also offer a 14 for the Tri-Glides. The original 14-inch shock for the Tri-Glide. We were the first one that brought the 14-inch shock out. It has 4 inches of shaft travel and, excuse me, 4 inches of shaft travel on there. Levels the back end out, balances better, so it doesn't, you know, it's not as busy in the front, doesn't bottom out. So we're the original there with a 14-inch and no lift kit required. So that saves you a couple $100 usually you put towards a lift kit. Now you can raise it up, you can gain another, you know, an extra inch and a half travel over your stock shocks. You know, rides real nice. Now on your bikes, we can do, a lot of the bikes come with 12-inch. You know, most of the specials, the standards come with a 12-inch shock. All the ultras come with 13s. The 12-inch shocks on the standards, the specials, we can go down an inch if you need to get your feet planted on the ground. We can go down 1 inch to 11-inch shock, which has 2.5 inches of shaft travel. Your Harley 12s only have 2.1, so we're actually giving you another half-inch working shock on a shorter shock. We can stick with the 12. Our 12-inch shock gives you another inch over the Harley 12s. If we go with our 13s, our 13-inch shock has 3.5 inches of shaft travel, which is, you know, an inch over Harley's 13s. It comes in at 2.6. So we can give you a lot more travel, a lot more working suspension. The machining on this is very meticulous. We've done a lot of hard work with the machining. We have spherical bearings on the top and bottom instead of rubber grommets. We have the slick coatings on the inside, hard coat anodized, you know, all the wear parts. The shaft is 16 millimeter. Everybody else out there has a 12.5, maybe a 14, usually a 12.5. One, you're never going to hurt it. It's big, it's burly, it's tough. The other thing is, as that shaft goes into the shock, it displaces the oil, shrinks your nitrogen pocket, and starts kind of fighting you back to neutral. So the bigger the shaft, the quicker it's going to do that. So we also use that to tune as you ride. So that's one of the benefits there. We have a spring adjustment on the top, so we can adjust our preload here. Little Allen there to lock it. Once you unlock it, you can turn it by hand. On the bottom is our free bleed. That would be clockwise, makes it stiffer, a little bit slower in the rebound. Counterclockwise makes it softer, a little bit faster in the rebound. Now, the very biggest thing that nobody in the world has that we have comes from off-road. We've been working with for the last 40 years. We're kind of refining it. Every year we refine it, we make it better. We brought it out and we adapted it over to the Harleys. So that is a 3-stage compression valving. Everybody else uses a single stage, maybe a 2-stage. You can kind of picture the shims coming off the piston. They start with a big shim, then they taper it down to nothing. We do that 3 separate times. So the first stage is real light, picks up the vibration, the road noise, that kind of thing. You step up on the bridge, you drop off the other side. The second stage blends in, picks that up. The third stage keeps you from bottoming. So it's a real nice progression through the stroke. It's not real choppy, it doesn't break the stages. The 3 stages make where I can make it very smooth through the stroke and pick up everything out there. Now once you do hit something when the bike's down, our rebound system holds you down real slow at first, then speeds up a little bit, brings you up out real nice and slow and straight. So there's no kick to the side, there's no kick straight up. It's real safe. Now if you have a passenger, that's where it comes in too. We have different spring rates. So for each length shock, I have 6 different spring rates. So I get your weight. If you have a passenger, what's the passenger weight? How often do you guys ride together? Do you have a tour pack? Do you pull a trailer? Do you ride aggressive? So we take all this into consideration as we're building these shocks for you. So, you know, this is the shock. This isn't off the shelf. This isn't something they're just going to hand you and go, okay, this is your option. We actually pay attention. We listen to what you say. We set it up for you, and there is no other ride better on a Harley Davidson. Limited lifetime warranty against manufacturer's defects and workmanship. Other than the fact, anything goes wrong with it, we'll take care of it. 75,000 miles, you're going to need to be ready for an oil change. Our competitors are 15 to 20,000 miles on an oil change. We use the highest quality synthetic shock oil imaginable, the great coatings inside. We can get 75,000 miles easy out of these. So what that means to you is more time on the road, less time in the shop. So if you want to check us out, go to www.pro-action.com. You can check out our off-road side if you ride off-road. If you're a Harley guy, click on that Harley button. It'll take you to the Harley site. Lots of good products on there, from shocks to fork kits to reservoir shocks, mounts. So we have everything from a slow, from a normal just guy out cruising, to we can go with our reservoir shocks for the guys attacking the canyons or running the bagger series. So check us out at Pro Action. Give us a call if you need any assistance.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Hey everybody, good morning. I'm Kerry Cromer, owner of Figarati Designs, and today I'll bring you a little education. These are swing arm covers that come in your Harley Davidson touring models. It's a plastic little cover. Or you can upgrade to the Harley part, which is the silver plug here, and as you can see, it looks nice on this side, but got rust on this side. What happens is water gets trapped in your swing arm pivot. And so what we did was we made the swing arm covers out of 316L stainless steel. This is the Army logo. You can see the O-ring here. There's 4 detent springs that depress when you put it in. You pop it in, seals it watertight, and then you can keep that all clear, and your bushing will stay nice and clean. And also what we got here is we got docking hardware. We're going to be releasing these sometime in April. We got the seat screws, we got the docking hardware with all of our motifs here. You can all get the same thing. We got also the front axle nut covers. This is just one of the designs. You can go with a current picture we have, or we can go with actually plain. We have plain also. So stay tuned. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out in 2022. So check us out, www.figaratidesigns.com.
All right. This is the most impressive new piece of hardware to have for your wheel nut. You can't see this, but this is really well made. It's a solid piece, and this is not coming off. Compared to what I've seen and what I have on my bike, this is a nice piece of craftsmanship. So check out Figarati Designs.
Hi guys, Nick Trask here from Trask Performance, and we're out here at Daytona, Destination Daytona for the 2022 Daytona Bike Week. I just want to show you one of our new products. It's actually been out on the market for roughly 9 months to a year. It's a checkmate. It's called the Checkmate. It's actually a trans top cover for an M8 engine. Every M8 should have this cover. What it does is it releases crankcase pressure for the M8 engine. A lot of guys think that it's because it's a transmission cover. How can that vent the crankcase, right? But what Harley did is they machined a port in the transmission case to breathe, so the lower end of the motor can breathe in through this cover. So we put a one-way check reed valve in here. It's a Boyson reed valve. So when the pistons go down, the crankcase pressure opens the valve and pushes it out the vent hose through the filter, and you eliminate crankcase pressure. And the idea is trying to put a small vacuum in the crankcase to help free up horsepower, help make the motor happy. So you get less chances of having oil leaks, less chances of having blow-by out of your breathers, and the motor's generally happy. Okay, less chance of oil consumption. We've had a lot of guys say that they were consuming oil between oil changes before they put the checkmate on. Right? Anytime you can free up horsepower or release the crankcase pressure, the better it is for the motor. We sell these for $349. Any Trust Performance dealer or drag specialty dealer can get them. We can get them on trustperformance.com. They're often in black or chrome.
And how long is the actual hose on the?
The kit comes with a long hose, so you can put it up as high as you can. The kit comes with roughly a 3-foot hose, so you just round it up behind your side cover, snip it to length, put the filter on it, and you're good to go.
And these never really have to be changed, right?
No, they don't have to be changed. And another thing too is the factory cover is a plastic cheap cover, right? So you get a nice billet cover, a nice machine cover. It's got the nice hardware. It's going to complement the bike.
Those look good. All right, thank you.
Craig checking in from the lot at Daytona. Stopping by. Looks like we got Real Ron TV doing a little video. Sorry we didn't get your name before we started. Just came up, wanted to start filming. So Wild Ass Seats, that's what we do. We're here on the lot at J&P Cycles, helping those guys sell our product. So we got seat cushions. What we do is get rid of those painful pressure points that everybody experiences right here. You're probably all familiar with that. So sore spots you get when you're riding, we eliminate that through all of our cushions. All of our stuff is made in a wheelchair cushion factory, actually an FDA approved wheelchair cushion factory. We're the only people that can say that in the market. Distribution of pressure is what we do. If you don't get rid of those 2 pressure points, we cannot stop you from getting sore. So we figured out the way scientifically to get rid of those pressure points, make your ride better. Folks, if you're not enjoying everything about your ride and your seat's causing you problems, you need to get a hold of us. I'm Wild Ass Craig, wild-ass.com.
All right. And just want to talk about like how thin they are, because
Yeah.
I'll tell you, from,
Is it Ron, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Ron. Yeah. I'll edit this part out. But basically, because when you look at it, you would think it's like memory foam or something. But
Yeah, so
however you want to do
go
it.
ahead.
No, go.
So one of the questions Ron brings up is,
you want me to ask it?
explain a little bit. Sure, I don't care. Ask me the question. You're an editing guy.
I'll edit it out. Hey,
One thing I noticed on this when I sat down on a demo is it feels like it's not inflated, or I expect it to be like memory foam, but it's not. So I'm gonna let the expert explain why.
So what happens is, when you touch these cushions by hand, they just feel flat, like he's saying. It feels like there's nothing in it. You touch it, your hand goes right to the table. So to explain to you what we've got going on here, they're interconnected air cells. You touch any one of these air cells, and the air just looks like it leaves and goes to the other. Unfortunately, we have to admit that our ass is bigger than our hand. So when we sit on this thing, you can see the air distributes throughout the cushion to keep us from hitting the table. So what we're doing is suspending you slightly on a cushion of air that's going to allow you to get rid of those pressure points. It's going to allow air to flow through, which is going to keep you cool and dry and keep you more comfortable longer.
okay, now it has an air valve on us.
So they do have air valves. They're fully adjustable. It's a twist valve. We're in Florida, right? You guys all know rocket science. So this is just like it. We twist this valve open and we blow it up. That's all it takes. When you're sitting on it, I can tell you that's way too much air. So when you sit on it, you open the valve, let some air out of it, close it, you're good to go. It's not a balloon, so it's not trying to squeeze the air out of itself. It's actually just gonna hang out until we close the valve. Once you close the valve, it's solid. One whole unit that works together to keep you floating off your seat.
So do you set it to your personal comfort level, or is it you just
Yeah,
wanna...
you set it up for yourself. Everybody's frame is different, meaning our butt bones where we're getting sore, our tailbone. I'm different than Ron. Ron's different than the rest of the crew here at Wild Ass. Plus, we're sitting down on different seats. Whether you're on a bagger, you're on a cruiser, you're on an adventure bike, you're on just a bar hopper. Every seat's a little bit different, and how that contacts our frame is going to determine how we set the pressure in here, or set up how much air we're going to use to keep us comfortable. It's different for every bike, it's different for every butt. By being infinitely adjustable, we can fit everybody, no matter where you sit. We have 4 different shapes, so we can get you dialed in, and you'll be the most comfortable you've been. So that's our saddle shape that we showed you there. Our Smart is a little bit larger. When you put them on top of each other, you can see there's a difference. Our Sport, more the sport bike, Sportster, adventure rider, that shape's gonna fit those a little bit better. And then we also have the Pillion, which is kind of a universal, use either direction, rectangle, that you can use on the back or the front of some custom bikes, wherever you need to use it. All of these also fit different back seats. If you have the big touring bagger, you got the back seats, your Goldwing guys, all the Ultras, the Chieftains, you know, all those big bagger bikes, whether they're Japanese or V-twin, we can make all of them work on any size. So front or back, they work great. We got medical reasons in this thing. It's cut out up the center. There's no contact the whole way. Guys and girls like that. If you have prostate issues, we've taken care of you there. It's cut away in the front. Guys, that's one's for us. Sorry, ladies, it's not always about you. The tailbone in the back, guys and girls both have that issue, so we've eliminated that pressure point there. You can see no contact all the way up the center. That's what makes them so much better than anything else in the market.
Awesome. And you want to go over the pricing real quick on?
Pricing? No. Check out our website. We did just have a price increase like everybody else. They start at $109 all the way up to the most expensive thing you can possibly sit on. We sell it. We're proud of it. It's the best thing there is. Check us out at wild-ass.com.
Great.
Any questions on it?
I spent enough money on your stuff. You got any new products you want to talk about or anything? Or
I'm sorry?
Do you have any new products that just came out that you want to talk about?
Yeah, those boards are brand new.
I just noticed
That's our Method series.
What's it called?
Method.
Method?
Yeah, what's nice about these boards is kind of float here because these things have cushion. Okay, and then on the back side, these float too. They have cushion as well. And then this piece, say if you wanted to take it, have it powder coated the same color as your bike or something like that, it's also removable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just powder coated. It's a big too.
Yeah, very comfortable board. Gives you a little bit of room to move.
Sorry.
We'll be on Main Street. See familiar faces. Yeah, but they don't. Headed over to the zero truck.
the bike getting dynoed from all the way over at the entrance. So I had to come over. Just working on it now. The 124 kit is installed. Let's check it out. Alright, it just gassed up. $24. Thank you, Joe Biden. The 124 kit is installed. I had a little problem with my heel toe shift. I had to change that out too for like another $300. Alright, I just pulled this into the gas station. Now, I can tell you what, I'm almost afraid of this bike right now. Just going into the friction zone, playing with the clutch, it's like pulling forward. Like it wants to fucking run. It wants to run. So hopefully I'll make it there. I gotta get used to this quick. Oh boy. This shit is insane. Oh my god. Oh, it's a new clutch too. That's why I'm having a little problem with this. The friction zone is not the same as my old clutch. So I gotta play around with this some more. It's gonna probably stall out on me. Last 2 days at Daytona, it poured like a mofo earlier. And luckily it stopped right after I got my dyno. So anyway, this thing is raring to go, and we're about to find out how raring it is to go. I have to spend the 2 days in this heat, walking around all these vendors. It's going to be interesting. But this friction zone, I got to pull this clutch in now. This friction zone is totally changed now. Wow. I have to definitely get used to this. Oh, nice long light here too. Wow. I'm stuck with this full face helmet, which I hate. But it's the only way to get the audio on this. It sounds like a beast. I'm sure you can't really hear it here because the mic is inside my helmet. But it's a beast.
quick update time. My 124 kit got great torque on it. The dyno said 145.7 and 132 on the horsepower. Guess what though? Riding back from the destination Daytona, and it done blew up, as they say down south. All of a sudden, as I'm pulling to the hotel, it just started to like putter and sputter or whatever, and just died out. Couldn't start it again. So Jamie at Speeds Plus Performance, they came out right away. They got a trailer, took the bike back, tore it down last night. Early this morning, I get a phone call. Basically, one of the parts in there, these are SNS parts, in basic terms, kind of blew up, sent like a chunk of metal to the crank. It's all screwed. It's basically screwed. So I have a couple options. One is I'm gonna have to get a new crank from Dark Horse, and then try to rebuild the 124 again, or possibly go to 128, or a brand new crate motor for 131. And they're standing behind it, which is great. I'm leaning towards the 131 because I'm kind of scared of the 120, the SNS right now. Who's to say it won't happen again? I mean, it could happen with the 131. But anyway, so I go and check in. I try to leave here. That's where it gets interesting. Let me lean back here. So I try to get out of this place. I try to get a rental car. I get there, I'm like number 10 in the queue to get a rental car. I can't get a rental car. I check all the rental car sites. I can't get any rental cars. I'm stuck in Daytona. I only live 225 miles south, but I'm stuck. Can't get any rental cars. I finally give up. I tried to even get a flight from Daytona International down to Boynton Beach or West Palm or Fort Lauderdale, whatever. Couldn't even get a flight. Amtrak is like 9 hours and wouldn't leave till the next day. Long story short, I started looking for hotels, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to stay in some little shithole hotel for $300 a night because all the prices are raised and you can't even get any. So I checked into the Hard Rock. So check out the room. Give you a quick tour. So this is one expensive trip. Now this is the room. It's a king suite. And what's also great is it's freaking gonna rain. So I just bought a $50 bathing suit and it's gonna rain. So this is heading up. A helmet that will not be used for weeks. There's the bedroom. Nice king size bed. And they're pumping that music in. I'm not picking it. Bathroom's nice. So this is working out to be a very expensive vacation and no bike. In my luck, I'll get the bike back in the summertime when it's nice and hot. So I'll keep you up to date on how this is going. Not too good of a start, but I'm in a good mood somehow. Keep you updated. It's just the microphone.
towards the backside of the couple side, as you would expect. And our Lindsley Custom Sports Germany bike show at the far end of the park.
I haven't gotten to ride this yet.
So we're so excited that you're here with us here at Harley Davidson, day number 7. All of our display bikes out for you to check out, to look at, and to test tomorrow morning. Keep an eye on the weather. We might have a delayed opening dependent on the weather. If there's a severe
in the way you talk to me. It just ain't the same, no, as it used to be. It hurts my heart, girl.
Hello, Joe. And you put